Alright, so now in this video I'm going to try and create a camera animation. So when the bird hits the pipe or the ground, there's a camera shake and it's gonna be a nice touch to our game. So to do this, we're going to select our main camera, select the animation window, hit create, go to our assets, animations, and in here we're gonna create a new folder called camera. Inside the camera folder, let's create our new animation. We're gonna call it shake. So that's gonna be the name of our animation. So save, and now we can hit the record button, and now we can go to the transform position and we can change the position of the camera. So the first position of the camera that we want is the 0 on the x-axis. Then the next position of the camera that we want, so on 0.05 we're going to set the position to 0.03. Then on 0.1 we're going to set the position back to 0, and on 0.15, so I'm just moving the white line to where I want. So on 0.15 we're gonna set the position to, so it was on 0, so now it's going to be minus 0.03, and on 0.20 or 0.2 we're going to set the position to 0. Alright, so this is gonna be the animation of the camera. You can see that it's a little bit slow, so we can just select all the keyframes by holding shift. Let me hold shift and select every single keyframe, and we can make it a little bit shorter so it's a little bit quicker. Okay, so this is going to be the animation. So let's click the recording button again to get out of the recording mode. Let's go to the animation, to the animator window, and inside the animator window we're going to create a new state. So right click and create state empty. We're going to create a transition from entry, but this transition is going to be a set state machine default state to the new state, and from the new state we're going to create a transition by right clicking and you select make transition to the shake animation. Double click the shake animation and uncheck the loop time because we don't want it to be a loop, and click here on the transition and uncheck the hash exit time here in the inspector, the fixed duration, the transition duration, set it to 0, and I think that's gonna be it. One other thing that we need to do is that to set the trigger for the shake animation. So here where it says parameters, click the plus icon and select trigger, and here we're going to put in shake for the trigger and select the transition again, and here in the inspector in the conditions click this plus icon and it will automatically put the shake trigger in there. Alright, so we have everything set. The only thing that we need to do is to call the animator of the camera from the script that we want to, from the script where we want to activate this effect. And in the script that we want to activate this effect is in the bird. In the bird script we want to make a reference to the camera animator, so let's say public animator camera anim, like this. And now we're gonna go to where we want to actually activate this effect. So when we hit the pipe we want to say camera anim dot set trigger shake, like this. And if we hit the ground we want to say the same thing. So camera anim dot set trigger open quotes shake. Alright, so now you can see that here we have repeating code. We are repeating the hit effect trigger and the camera trigger, and we're repeating the hit effect trigger and the camera trigger. So to solve this we could make this easier to read by creating a new method. So we will create a new method before the game over, and we will call this method bird die effect. So let's create it, void bird, so bird die effect, and inside this method we're going to just copy. So we're gonna cut this from here, I'm gonna paste it here, and we're just gonna call the bird die effect in here like this, and we're gonna do the same thing when we hit the pipes. So bird die effect. Okay, so now we only need to go to the Unity inspector or to the Unity editor and select our bird and set our camera animator reference. So select our main camera and drag it to the bird script, save, and now if we play the game, you will see that if we actually collide, the camera moves. You can see that there's a shake of the camera, which is, I think, it's pretty cool. And that's gonna be it for this video. I'll see you in the next video.